Viture Pro 2 XR glasses and XREAL xbx a01. I'll be honest, these are two glasses. This is a comparison that I didn't realize a lot of people wanted to see, but since many of you have asked, I have decided to make the video.
What the fuck is that then? Did you put the D&D on?
Yeah, put it on. It's a feather. Alright, you don't need any turn down service. Oh no. Double.
These two glasses are budget. They are the budget categories of each companies. So you have Viture and you have XREAL. Now there is also one other competitor, XREAL, who actually started this off. These two companies are basically copying what XREAL did in the budget category. XREAL came out with the glasses, the Air 4 Pro at $299, and guess what? XREAL followed suit, but then they added their own little spice to it, and now you have Viture. They also did something very interesting. So these two glasses are $299. As far as weight, the Viture Pro 2 XR comes out at 65 grams, and the XREAL xbx isn't interesting as far as weight. So the way it is right now is at 60 grams, which is 5 grams lower than the Viture Pro 2. However, the Viture Pro 2 has diopters, which means that if you wear glasses, you're gonna need to have glasses adapter, whatever they call the lenses on it. And if you add that on there, now they become even at both 65 grams. But here's the interesting thing with the XREAL xbx. The faceplate can't come off. And if you do remove the faceplates, it brings it down to 55 grams. If you add the lens adapter, it comes out at 58 grams. So even with the lens adapter, it's still lower than the Viture Pro 2. And then if you even add on the faceplate, once again, it comes down to 65 grams. So yes, the XREAL wins in that weight category. Now, speaking of diopters, the Viture Pro 2 XR comes with diopters, which is great for people that wear glasses, and I'm impressed that they were able to maintain having a diopter on the glasses this slim, this light at 65 grams. That is incredible what they're able to do. So if you wear glasses, this may be an advantage. However, I would say though, I've been watching a lot of people that wear glasses and get their take on diopters. Here's the thing. If you do wear glasses, right, the diopters are great. However, they help you focus on the screen. What about your surroundings? If you need glasses, then you're not going to be able to use these glasses to see your surrounding. And you have to remember that you're also looking at this small eye box right here. So you have this whole side that your peripherals, this whole side of see-through, then it kind of seeing through the glasses kind of defeats the purpose, because you can't, if you need glasses, then you really can't see anywhere else. And my assumption is you're gonna have an eye fatigue if you are only looking at the screen, and every time your eyes goes away from the screen, now your eyes has to adjust and you can't really see well. So I will argue that you actually will be better off just getting a lens adapter and just putting it on. And with the Viture, they do have a port where you can actually put it on so that you can still see your environment with whatever vision that you whatever vision that you need. Now with the XREALs, you don't have a diopter, which is a negative. I don't want to say a negative, but it's compared to the Viture, it is a negative. But once again, you do have a port, you do have a lens adapter that you can actually put on there, and that is great to have. So after the lens adapter, Viture glasses comes with this right here, which is a shade. I like that. That is pretty sweet. You just put it on the glasses, and it actually blocks light reflections, and it just gives you a little bit more immersion, whereas the XREAL does come with one. However, these things are interchangeable, which means that if you have a 3D printer, you can literally just print yours. And as a matter of fact, I have already printed some, but I end up using it because personally, when I'm home, I mean, this is actually another advantage of the XREAL xbx. I've mentioned this in my review. The thing that I like about these glasses the most is the fact that I can actually take this off because I can easily see my peripherals. I can just walk around my house, cook, and do everything without this thing here. On the contrary, with the Viture, not only do you have this, it is actually very thick. This bar right here is the thickest of all the Viture glasses that I've seen. If I remember correctly, yeah, it is very, very thick. Like, you have a very small window here that you can actually see through your real world. I don't know why it's so thick, because they could have made it smaller and even shed some weight off the glasses, but hey, you know, it's up there. They both have 50 degrees field of view as well. Now the XREAL xbx does have a couple more things in its advantage compared to the Viture Pro 2 XR, starting with stabilizer. So both glasses are native 3 dove, native 0 dove. However, with the stabilizer, or what is known as follow mode on the XREAL, it just causes less eye fatigue, because when you move your head around, there's a slight delay of the screen moving around. It gives you much better experience when you in terms of longer duration of viewing. If you're watching a movie like 3 hours long, 2-3 hours long, you're gonna find having the stabilizer is just gonna be a better fit or more enjoyable experience compared to the absolute 0 dove of the Pro 2 XR, at least for me and for many people based on what I've seen. The XBX also has AI HDR and HDR10. The Rainier F4 Pro also has HDR10 as well as AI HDR. The Viture Pro 2 XR has neither of those features, which is a bummer. Like I said in my previous videos, I particularly do not care about HDR10. However, the AI HDR, I do see a benefit to it, especially when I put the picture profile in cinematic mode. The quality is definitely better on the XBX. Sound quality, they both sound decent, but when you actually put them on, the XBS seems to have richer sounds. It just seems to have more mid-range and bass to it compared to the Pro 2 XR. And a lot of people are trying to figure out if this is now the time to upgrade. The X5 was awesome. It brought new features. Now let's talk about another advantage of the Pro 2 XR. So first thing is, both devices can actually have 3 dove by using their respective devices, which means that the Pro neckband for the Viture and the Beam Pro for the XREAL. If you connect the glasses to the devices, you're gonna be able to use 3 dove with these glasses. So, and you're also gonna have multi-window experience. So full 3 dove with multi-window experience you can get with XBX and the Beam Pro, as well as the same experience with the Pro neckband connecting the Pro 2 XR. In order for you to use this Pro 2 XR with the Pro neckband, you're gonna need to buy this adapter right here. It's a USB-C adapter that Viture makes. You're gonna need this adapter right here. So you just plug it into the back, because now this glasses uses a USB-C, which is nice. That way you can use one cable for all your glasses instead of having a proprietary cable. But this part of the Pro neckband just slaps onto it and you are good to go. Here is where Viture takes it to another level. So with the Viture glasses, if you connect it to Spacewalker, let's say you don't have this device right here, right? If you're connected to Spacewalker, you can still have multi windows in the Viture Spacewalker app. On top of that, if you have YouTube or videos downloaded on your device, you can actually access immersive 3D, whereas on the XBX, you don't have that option. Now, XREAL does have an app that I guess it's in beta. I've been using it. I don't know why it's in beta, because it works well as I think it should be working. So I don't know why it's in beta, but I guess I shouldn't even talk about that. But anyway, Viture has an app which is the Spacewalker, and with the Spacewalker you can actually use immersive 3D with your local files or with YouTube. Now you can't use you know, any streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and any of that stuff, just YouTube and local files. But at least it still gives you that option. Whereas with the XREAL, if you don't buy the Beam Pro, there is really no other way for you to get 3DOF. Now, Viture XR might be an app where you might be able to get 3DOF, but for the most part, there is nothing from XREAL themselves that allows you to get that 3DOF or 3D viewing without the Beam Pro. Even with the Beam Pro, you actually cannot watch 3D. The only way you can watch 3D content using the XREAL xbx is actually by using the in-air pod. Now, if you go into the in-air pod, if you connect your XBX to the in-air pod and you go into the settings and you try to toggle on 3D, it's not gonna work. There is a specific way to do that, and that is by, I think I'm gonna make a YouTube short on how to access 3D using the XBX with the in-air pod. I'm gonna make that short and probably pin it in the description, not in the description, but pin it in the comment of this video or something like that. I don't know, just subscribe, you will see it. But anyway, whereas with Vitures, you can get 3D with Spacewalker on mobile, or you can connect to the Pro neckband and still get immersive 3D. Now with the Pro neckband, there are actually two ways you can use immersive 3D. One is if you just use Spacewalker, the app on the Pro neckband, it will allow you to convert local files into immersive 3D, which is awesome. But if you want to be able to use YouTube, then you'd have to go into the Android mode of the Pro neckband, and now you can actually convert the entire system into immersive 3D, which means that all your YouTube videos are gonna be in immersive 3D. Here's the best part about it. If you actually have games on it, you can actually game in 3D. And I've already tried it. I did Street Fighter in immersive 3D. It is awesome. As a matter of fact, I plan on making an updated video on the Pro neckband because there's been a lot of updates. Now here's the sad thing though. When it comes to streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Disney, you still cannot watch it in immersive 3D. When you turn on immersive 3D, even in Android mode, the entire system turns 3D. Even when you're browsing through Netflix or Disney Plus, it all looks 3D. But as soon as you click on the video, it goes back into 2D. So that is a negative of that. And also when you are in that mode, the glasses is 0DOF. It's not in 3DOF. So, but at least you can game in 3D if you want, and you can watch YouTube in 3D, unlike the XREAL xbx where you're gonna need, once again, the in-air pod to get you 3D. Now, speaking of 3D, there is this thing right here. This is a display by a company called Vuex. It's a display that gives you glasses-free 3D, which means that without glasses, you can actually watch 3D content. It has high tracking. This thing is impressive. Subscribe if you want to see that video, because I have a video on this thing. Is just truly impressive. It is the first time I've ever seen anything this portable in a glasses-free 3D form factor. I have seen 3D displays without glasses, but they are typically bigger, and I'm gonna have a video on that. Anyway guys, that's been my comparison between these two glasses. You can decide which one is better or which one is right for you. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please put down in the comment section. Catch you guys in the next one, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Peace.